Sometimes you see things and other people will not believe in. That's the problem. You will never believe something unless you see it yourself. I'm the same. I believe in ghosts, but I have not seen a ghost yet, only about other videos. I need to experience a ghost myself before I believe in it, but I am too scared to see it because I don't want to believe it. But that has nothing to do with things. This has to do with a mysterious creature residing in Amphibia that makes you wonder, is that relevant to another one, or is this just some more creative? But the episode before that creates a real nightmare-fueled horror-like story, akin to that very horror movies like Get Out, although technically not like Get Out, but it creates that. If it weren't for the fact that it's a Disney show and treated it a little bit lighty, I would have considered that plot very horror. Hi for everyone that's watching. This is the Angry and Found the Despair reviewer. The first episode of this one, in the episode 15, is actually a Polly episode. The the planters and Anne have been going on another adventure to reach a place where Anne hopes to go, but the winter is blocking it, so they travel out. But Bessie, their snail ride, breaks down, so to speak. She suddenly cannot move. So they see an inn that is inhabited by an old couple of bullfrogs. And Polly desperately tries to, well, show her independence here, but Hop Hop refuses to give her that because she's still a tadpole. But during the place in the night when Polly is allowed to sleep in a separate room that is just next to Hop Hop because of a door, it turns out that the innkeepers, the bullfrog couple, as well as two other old ladies that are probably the sisters of the wife, are actually cannibals. And Polly is the only one that didn't get drugged because she refused a cookie, while the other one does. So she tries to rescue her family, and although terrified, she successfully managed to incapacitate the caretakers, which is voiced by Chris Sullivan and Carly Walgreen, by the way, and by marinating, wringing out the marinade. But before they leave, Anne, with a very nice comedic tune, "Everything I Know About Chemistry," decides to mix a certain place. And it's revealed that Bessie only gets stuck down because a trap snapped her. And the most horrifying scene in that episode is arguably when all the other snail rides are actually okay, proving that the bullfrog couple really have been eating a lot of different frogs. They manage to escape and blow up the place in the meantime because of Anne's chemistry lessons. It's unknown if the couple survived. Back home, everything is good, but the family will all want to sleep in the same room because this was traumatic. The next episode, though, Anne claims that she saw a mystical moss man, but strangely no one believes her because, well, as Anne points out, they have fire-breathing monsters as well as giant centipedes, but they don't believe in a moss man, and that's simply because they haven't seen it. So, well, but the only one that is willing to, well, maybe prove that it's right is Wally, the only guy who really has a hard time with Anne. And although it does create some strange situations, he and Anne slowly bond over the thing, and indeed they do see the moss man, who is surprisingly docile and shy compared to the other beasts. Although Wally still calls it a ferocious one. It is not exactly known what the Mothman really is. More of the fact is, why does it even exist, or even what it does? It seems to point Anne towards something. Is that a foreshadowing of something else? Anne tries to get a picture of Mothman, but every time she tries, she gets interrupted. Most importantly, she gives up the picture to save Wally. In the end, no one on the planet Earth believes that she saw the Mothman, but Wally believes her, and it really does create a sweet situation where Wally, who speaks in a very strange British accent, slowly bonds it all. He's the local loon of the place, but maybe, yes maybe, Wally have seen things that actually has happened. All in all, this was an excellent episode. I enjoyed seeing them. And Even the Mossman episode, although the Night at the Inn, the darker one, was surprisingly watchable to see, despite the horror theme of it all. It shows Polly's more things side, and it also shows that she is still a tadpole, which means she has some moments where she is scared of things. All in all, these were excellent episodes. I haven't seen some excellent ones in a while. So give me your thoughts if you have any.